The prophet Yirmeyahu, Jeremiah, chapter 48. Concerning Moab, this is what Adonai Sebaot, the God of Israel, says. Woe to Navo, for it is ravaged. Kiryatayim, disgraced and captured. Misgav is put to shame, distressed. In Moab nothing is left to praise. At Heshbon they plotted her downfall. Come, we'll cut her off as a nation. You too, Mad Mian, will be silenced. The sword pursues behind you. An agonized cry from Horonaim, ruin, terrible devastation. Moab has been shattered. The cries of her young ones are heard as they ascend the slopes of Luhit, weeping bitterly as they climb. On the road down to Horonaim, shrieks of destruction ring out. Flee, save your lives. Be strong like a tamarisk in the desert. Because you trust in your deeds and your wealth, you too will be captured. Together with his priests and princes, Chemosh will go into exile. A destroyer will descend on every city. No city will escape. The valley too will perish. The plain will be laid waste, as Adonai has said. Give Moab wings, so it can fly and get away. Its cities will become ruins, with no one to live in them. A curse on him who does the work of Adonai carelessly. A curse on him who withholds his sword from blood. Moab has lived at ease from his youth. He is wine settled on its dregs, not decanted from jar to jar. He has not gone into exile. Therefore it retains its own bad taste. Its aroma remains unchanged. So the days are coming, says Adonai, when I will send people to tilt him. They will tilt his jars, emptying them and shattering the wine flasks to pieces. Moab will be disappointed by Chemosh then, just as the house of Israel was disappointed by Beit-El, a god in whom they had put their trust. How can you say, we are heroes, warriors valiant in battle? They are ravaging Moab, attacking its cities. Its best young men go down to be slaughtered, says the king, whose name is Adonai Sebaot. Moab's ruin is coming soon. Its disaster speeds on swiftly. Pity him, all of you who are near him, all of you who know his name. Say, how the mighty scepter is shattered, that splendid staff. Descend from your glory and sit in thirst, daughter living in Divon. For Moab's destroyer advances on you. He has destroyed your strongholds. Stand by the road and watch, inhabitant of Aroer. Ask the man fleeing and the women escaping, what is going on? Moab is disgraced, indeed destroyed. Wail aloud. Shriek, proclaim it by the Arnon, that Moab has been laid waste. Judgment has come on the plain, on Haulan, Yakzah, Mepha'at, Divon, Navo, Beit Diblatayim, Kiryatayim, Beit Gamul, Beit Maon, Kiriot, Botzra, and all the cities in the land of Moab, far and near. Moab's strength is cut down, his arm is broken, says Adonai. Because Moab boasted against Adonai, make him so drunk that he wallows in his own vomit and becomes a laughingstock. After all, Israel was a laughingstock for you. He didn't associate with thieves. Nevertheless, whenever you spoke of him, you shook your head. You who live in Moab, leave the cities and live on the rocks. Be like the dove who makes her nest in a hole in the rock at the mouth of a cave. We have heard of the pride of Moab, so very proud he is. Presumptuous, proud, conceited, so haughty his heart. I know what meager ground he has for his arrogance, says Adonai. His boasting has nothing behind it, and it hasn't accomplished a thing. Therefore I wail for Moab, for all Moab I cry. For the people of Kir Hares I lament. I will weep for you, vineyard of Sivma, more than I wept for Yazer. Your branches spread to the sea, reaching as far as the sea of Yazer. On your summer fruits and on your vintage the destroyer has fallen. Gladness and joy have been removed from productive fields and the land of Moab. I have stopped the flow of wine from the vats, and the shouts of those who tread the grapes, those shouts of joy, are stilled. The cries from Heshbon to Ilaleh are heard as far away as Yakatz. Those from Tezoar to Horonaim are heard in Eglat Shalishiyah. For even the waters of Nimrim have become a desolate waste. Moreover, says Adonai, in Moab I will put an end to anyone sacrificing at a high place or offering incense to his gods. This is why my heart is moaning for Moab like funeral flutes, why my heart moans for the men of Kir Hares like funeral flutes, for the wealth they produced has vanished. Every head has been shaved bald, every beard has been clipped short, gashes are on every hand, sackcloth around every waist, on all the housetops of Moab, and in its open places, lamentation everywhere. For I have broken Moab like a pot that nobody wants, says Adonai. Wail, how shattered is Moab, how shamefully in retreat. Thus will Moab become an object of ridicule and distress to all its neighbors. For here is what Adonai says, look, down he swoops like a vulture, spreading his wings against Moab. The cities are captured, the strongholds are seized. On that day the hearts of Moab's warriors will be like the heart of a woman in labor. Moab will be destroyed as a people, because he boasted against Adonai. Terror, pit, and trap are upon you, people of Moab, says Adonai. Whoever flees from the terror will fall into the pit, and he who climbs up out of the pit will be caught in the trap. For I will bring on her, on Moab, the year for her punishment, says Adonai. In the shadow of Heshbon, the fugitives stop, exhausted. For fire breaks out from Heshbon, a flame from inside Sihon, consuming the sides and tops of the heads of Moab's noisy boasters. Woe to you, Moab! Kamash's people are doomed, for your sons have been taken captive, and your daughters led into captivity. Yet I will end Moab's exile in the Acharit Hayabim, says Adonai. This is the judgment on Moab. End of Jeremiah chapter 48.